You weren't born to just exist. You were born to rise, to transform, to awaken your true potential. Every single day, the world throws distractions, excuses, and challenges your way. But here's the truth. Those who dare to rise above the ordinary are the ones who create extraordinary lives. Are you ready to become one of them? Life is too short to waste on procrastination, self-doubt, and unfulfilled routines. Yet, most of us find ourselves stuck in the same cycle, chasing distractions, avoiding discomfort, and letting fear dictate our actions. But deep down, you know there's something more. When was the last time you put yourself first? Your dreams, your clarity, your peace. What's stopping you from stepping out of the shadows and into the life you deserve? In this video, we'll uncover ancient Buddhist teachings and life-changing insights to help you break free, align with your purpose, and transform your life. At the end, there's a powerful bonus lesson that could redefine everything you know about peace and focus. Right now, you're closer to your dream than ever before, but the noise of life holds you back. The comfort zone seduces you, the fear of failure paralyzes you, and yet each passing day whispers this truth. What you do today will determine your tomorrow. The journey isn't easy, but it's worth it. To change your life, you have to change yourself, your habits, your mindset, and your willingness to embrace discomfort. Every new day is an opportunity to rewrite your story. Close your eyes and imagine your dream. It's closer than you think. If you take away just one thing from this video, let it be this. You hold the power to awaken your greatness and live the life you deserve. Watch closely. That's all you need to change your life forever. Lesson 1. Kill the comparison game. Embrace your unique path. In the quiet moments of reflection, how often do you find yourself scrolling through social media, comparing your life to someone else's highlight reel? Their successes feel like your failures. Their joy feels like your lack. This endless loop of comparison is like chasing a horizon. You run, yet never arrive. Buddhism teaches us a profound truth. The path of comparison leads to suffering. The Buddha called this dukkha, the dissatisfaction that arises when we forget the uniqueness of our own journey. Imagine the sun competing with the moon, struggling to shine brighter, to prove its worth. It sounds absurd, doesn't it? The sun and moon have distinct purposes. They never compete. Instead, they illuminate the world in their own time. This is the wisdom we often overlook. Your life, like theirs, is meant to unfold in its unique rhythm. The beauty of your path is not diminished by the brilliance of someone else's. In today's world, social media fuels the fire of comparison. It shows us perfect snapshots of others' lives, but never the messy realities behind the scenes. A friend's promotion, someone's luxurious vacation, or a stranger's fitness transformation can make us question our own progress. But here's the truth. These comparisons are illusions. The only person you need to measure against is yourself. Ask yourself, am I a step closer to my goals today than I was yesterday? Here's how to break free from the comparison trap. First, practice gratitude. Each morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. This shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have. Second, unfollow or mute accounts that trigger envy or self-doubt. Curate your digital space to inspire, not demoralize. Finally, celebrate your milestones, no matter how small. Every step forward, no matter how tiny, is progress. Reflect on this. Why compare when your path is yours alone? The lotus does not compare itself to the bamboo, nor the bamboo to the lotus. Each grows in its own way, at its own pace. So must you. Embrace your journey with the knowledge that your value is intrinsic. Your growth may be invisible to the outside world, but it is profound nonetheless. Buddhist wisdom reminds us that joy comes not from being better than others, but from knowing you are better than you were yesterday. Focus on your unique path, and you'll find a life of peace, purpose, and fulfillment. And when the urge to compare arises, remember this: the sun does not compete with the both shine in their time. Now it's time to let your light shine. 2. No excuses. Own your journey. When faced with challenges, what is your first instinct? Do you look for reasons why something can't be done? Or do you take the first step forward, no matter how uncertain it feels? Life is full of obstacles, some large, others small. But the truth is, the way you respond defines your journey. Buddhist philosophy teaches us that the root of personal transformation lies in responsibility. The Buddha said, "You are your own master. Who else could be?" This wisdom reminds us that excuses are the chains we place on ourselves to avoid the discomfort of growth. Picture a climber at the base of a towering mountain, staring at its daunting peak. The climber doesn't waste time blaming the mountain for its height or the wind for its chill. They focus instead on their next step, knowing each one brings them closer to the top. In the same way, excuses only keep you grounded. Whether it's a lack of time, fear of failure, or doubting your ability, these justifications build walls around your potential. In our modern world, excuses often wear disguises. "I'm too busy" becomes an excuse for procrastination. "I'm not ready" hides the fear of starting something new. But excuses don't solve problems, they magnify them. Imagine instead redirecting that energy into action. A single step forward can shatter the illusion of impossibility. Here's how to own your journey and leave excuses behind. First, face the truth. Write down the excuses you've made recently, be honest, then challenge each one. For instance, "I don't have time" becomes "what small thing can I do today, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Next, focus on progress, not perfection. It's not about leaping to the top of the mountain. It's about steady, consistent steps. Lastly, surround yourself with accountability. Share your goals with someone who will encourage you and push you to stay committed. Think about this. How badly do you want the life you dream of? No one can walk your path for you. It's yours alone to travel. When excuses arise, remember that they are temporary, but the regret of not trying lasts a lifetime. Each step you take in responsibility strengthens your resilience. It's not the absence of obstacles that leads to success. It's the determination to face them head-on. As the Buddhist saying goes, a mountain is conquered one step at a time, not by blaming its height. Embrace this wisdom, commit to action, however small, and watch how momentum transforms your life. Your journey is waiting for you to begin. So the question is, how bad do you want this? 3. Study your work. Learn to improve daily. Imagine a craftsman at his workshop, carefully inspecting his tools before starting a new masterpiece. He sharpens his chisel, adjusts his saw, and clears his workspace. He knows that creating something extraordinary requires not just effort, but precision. Similarly, in life, you are both the craftsman and the tool. The quality of your work, be it in your career, relationships, or personal growth, depends on how well you refine and improve yourself daily. Buddhism teaches the power of mindfulness, the practice of observing your actions, thoughts, and patterns with a non-judgmental awareness. The Buddha once said, "As a man sharpens a knife to remove its rust, so must he refine his mind to remove its imperfections." In essence, self-improvement begins with self-reflection. To grow, you must first study where you stand and how you can move forward. Think about it. How often do you pause to analyze your day? Many people rush through life, repeating the same patterns and expecting different results. They hit career or personal plateaus and wonder why they feel stuck. The answer lies in reflection. Without studying your work, your habits, decisions and attitudes, you can't identify what's holding you back or what needs to change. Here's a practical way to study yourself daily. Start with 5 minutes of reflection at the end of each day. Ask yourself 3 simple questions. What did I do well today? What could I have done better? What is one thing I will improve tomorrow? Write these answers down, even if they seem small. This practice will reveal patterns over time and give you clarity on where to focus your efforts. Next, be willing to accept feedback from yourself and others. Whether it's constructive criticism from a mentor or insights from your own observations, treat feedback as a gift, not an attack. Just as a sculptor chips away at rough edges, use these insights to refine your actions and mindset. Finally, commit to consistent improvement. Small changes compound into significant results. If you refine just 1% of your daily habits, imagine how much growth you'll achieve in a year. The key is persistence, not perfection. Ask yourself, are you willing to study yourself for success? True growth comes from the courage to face your flaws and the wisdom to see your strengths. Like a craftsman sharpening his tools, your greatest masterpiece, your life, depends on your ability to improve daily. Remember this: a craftsman sharpens his tools before building greatness. Make reflection and refinement your daily ritual, and watch as you break through plateaus, creating a life of purpose, progress, and fulfillment. The time to start is now. 4. Critique your work. Evolve through honest reflection. Imagine a sculptor standing before a block of marble. With each careful strike of the chisel, imperfections fall away, revealing the masterpiece within. The sculptor doesn't curse the marble for its flaws, nor does he fear making a mistake. Instead, he works with patience, precision, and a deep understanding that greatness is born from refinement. This is the art of self-critique, a practice that allows you to evolve not through judgment, but through honest reflection. Buddhism teaches the principle of equanimity, which encourages us to approach life's challenges, including our own shortcomings, with calm observation rather than emotional turmoil. The Buddha said, "You yourself must strive. The Buddhas only point the way." Growth, then, is a personal journey requiring you to observe your actions, acknowledge your mistakes, and use them as stepping stones to improvement. But let's face it, self-critique is hard. Most people either avoid it entirely or fall into the trap of harsh self-judgment. "I'm not good enough," or "I always mess up" becomes the inner dialogue. This negativity doesn't lead to progress, it leads to stagnation. Honest reflection, on the other hand, asks you to step back, separate your worth from your mistakes, and focus on solutions. Start by setting aside time each week to review your actions and choices. Ask yourself what went well, what didn't, and why. Write these answers down, not to dwell on them, but to gain clarity. Remember, your goal isn't to punish yourself, it's to learn. Be specific in identifying areas for improvement. For example, instead of thinking, "I failed at this project," reframe it, "I could have communicated my ideas more clearly." This shift transforms critique into constructive guidance. Next, balance your reflection with self-compassion. Treat yourself as you would a friend seeking advice. Encourage, don't condemn. Buddhist wisdom teaches that clinging to past mistakes creates suffering. Let them go and focus on what you can do better moving forward. Lastly, consistency is key. Growth doesn't come from a single moment of reflection, but from making it a regular practice. Schedule time to evaluate your progress and adjust your approach. Over time, you'll notice patterns, both in your strengths and areas to refine, and this awareness will fuel your evolution. Ask yourself, are you ready to be consistent in refining yourself? Remember, growth is not about perfection, it's about persistence. Like a sculptor refining his masterpiece, every small adjustment brings you closer to the life you want to create. A sculptor refines his masterpiece by chipping away imperfections. Use this wisdom to critique your work, embrace your flaws, and transform your life into a masterpiece. Start now and keep chiseling. 5. Get better in all you do. Be relentless about growth. Picture an archer standing in a quiet field. With each arrow released, they adjust their aim, closer and closer to the bullseye. They don't grow frustrated when they miss. Instead, they refine their stance, steady their breathing, and focus on progress. This is the mindset of relentless growth, the commitment to improve with every attempt, knowing that mastery is a journey, not a destination. Buddhism emphasizes the principle of right effort, which teaches us to channel our energy into meaningful and purposeful actions. The Buddha said, "Without effort, nothing can be achieved." This doesn't mean working yourself to exhaustion, but cultivating a steady, disciplined practice that pushes you toward your potential while maintaining harmony in your life. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to settle for mediocrity or become complacent when things feel good enough. But deep down, you know that staying in your comfort zone stifles your growth. Whether it's improving your fitness, advancing in your career, or deepening your relationships, you must push yourself to evolve. Growth doesn't demand perfection, it demands persistence. Start by identifying one area in your life where you feel stuck or want to grow. Maybe it's your physical health, a skill you've been neglecting, or a habit you've been meaning to adopt. Next, break it into small, actionable steps. If you want to improve your fitness, commit to 10 push-ups today and 11 tomorrow. If you're honing a skill, spend just 15 minutes practicing every day. Consistency is the secret to transformation. As you progress, remember to embrace failure as part of the process. The archer doesn't despair when an arrow misses the target. They learn, adjust, and try again. Each failure is feedback, not a reason to quit. Celebrate small victories along the way. They're the markers of your relentless growth. To maintain balance, practice mindfulness in your efforts. Avoid burnout by aligning your actions with your core values and long-term goals. Growth isn't about mindlessly grinding. It's about intentional improvement. Check in with yourself regularly. Are your efforts meaningful? Are they bringing you closer to the life you envision? Ask yourself, are you willing to give 120% to become the best version of yourself? Growth requires more than just effort. It demands relentless dedication to bettering yourself every single day. Like the archer aiming closer to the bullseye, each day is an opportunity to refine your aim and improve your results. An archer does not aim at the same target twice. They move closer to the bullseye. Be relentless about your growth. Take action, stay focused, and let your progress inspire the next step forward. The life you desire is waiting for your commitment. Will you take the shot? 6. Sacrifice comfort to achieve greatness. Picture a butterfly emerging from its cocoon. It struggles, pushing against the confines of its shell, testing its newfound wings. The cocoon is safe, familiar, and warm, but the butterfly knows that staying there means stagnation. To truly live, it must break free. This is the story of growth, letting go of comfort to embrace the greatness that lies beyond. Buddhism teaches the concept of suffering or discomfort as an essential part of life's journey. But discomfort is not something to be avoided. It's something to be embraced. The Buddha said, "No lotus blooms without mud. To achieve greatness, you must be willing to endure the struggle and sacrifice comfort for something greater." In modern life, comfort has become the default. Snoozing the alarm, scrolling on your phone, or choosing easy distractions over meaningful work. These habits keep you in a cocoon of familiarity. But growth doesn't happen here. True transformation begins when you make a deliberate choice to step into discomfort. Start with your mornings. Waking up earlier may not feel natural at first, but it creates space for focus and productivity. Use this time to align with your goals, exercise, meditate, journal, or plan your day. It's not about waking up for the sake of it. It's about sacrificing the extra sleep to prioritize what truly matters. Each morning, you conquer the comfort of your bed. You're one step closer to conquering the comfort zones in other areas of your life. This principle applies beyond mornings. If you want to excel in your career, you might need to sacrifice time spent on leisure to learn new skills. If you aim to build stronger relationships, it may require uncomfortable conversations or setting aside your ego. Greatness demands sacrifice, time, energy, or the false security of the status quo. But here's the beauty. The discomfort doesn't last forever. Just like the butterfly, the struggle makes you stronger. Each small sacrifice adds to your resilience, and every step outside your comfort zone expands your capacity for greatness. Ask yourself, what will you sacrifice today to build a better tomorrow? Remember, the path to your goals isn't paved with ease. It's marked by moments of challenge and choice. The decision to leave your cocoon is yours alone, but the reward is a life of purpose, achievement, and freedom. A butterfly must leave its cocoon to spread its wings. The same is true for you. Step out of the familiar. Embrace the discomfort. Let every sacrifice propel you toward the life you deserve. Greatness awaits, but only if you're willing to let go of what's holding you back. 7. Let go of fear, ego, and praise. Find inner freedom. Imagine a bird perched on a fragile branch. It holds tightly, afraid of falling, unaware that its wings are strong enough to carry it to the skies. Fear keeps it grounded. Ego whispers that it's safer here, and the craving for reassurance from others stops it from taking off. But the moment it releases the branch, it discovers a truth. It was meant to soar. In Buddhism, freedom comes from letting go of attachments. Fear, ego, and the desire for praise are like chains that bind us to the ground. The Buddha said, attachment is the root of suffering. Fear paralyzes you from taking the first step. Ego convinces you that the world revolves around your perspective, and the hunger for praise keeps you chasing fleeting moments of approval. Together, they rob you of inner peace and true progress. Think about your own life. How often do you let fear of failure stop you from trying? How often does ego block you from listening, learning, or admitting you were wrong? And how often do you measure your worth by likes, compliments, or external validation? These attachments create stress and keep you trapped in a cycle of self-doubt. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop being controlled by these forces. To free yourself, start with self-awareness. Notice when fear arises and challenge it. Instead of thinking, "What if I fail?" ask, "What if I grow?" Recognize when ego clouds your judgment. When you're tempted to defend or justify yourself, pause and ask, "Is this my truth or just my pride?" And when you crave praise, remind yourself that true fulfillment comes from aligning with your values, not external opinions. Practical steps can help you break free. Try journaling your fears to see them more clearly and diffuse their power. Practice mindfulness to observe your thoughts without judgment, letting them pass like clouds in the sky. And whenever you find yourself chasing praise, redirect your focus inward. Ask, am I proud of my effort? Does this align with my purpose? Ask yourself, what's holding you back from soaring? Is it fear of the unknown, your ego's need to always be right, or the constant craving for applause? The moment you release these attachments, you'll find the freedom to focus on what truly matters: your growth, your purpose, and your happiness. A bird must release the branch to soar into the sky. Let go of the branch that's holding you down. Your wings are ready and the sky is waiting. It's time to rise above fear, ego, and the need for validation. It's time to soar. 8. Execute with clarity. Focus to conquer your goals. Imagine holding a magnifying glass in sunlight. If you move it aimlessly, the light disperses, weak and scattered. But when you hold it steady, focusing the rays on a single point, it ignites fire. Your energy works the same way. Scattered thoughts and distractions leave you spinning your wheels, but focus, true, unwavering focus, can ignite your potential. Buddhism teaches the importance of mindfulness, being fully present in the moment, aware of your actions, and intentional in your efforts. The Buddha said, "Your work is to discover your work, and then, with all your heart, give yourself to it." Execution with clarity is not about doing more, it's about doing what matters most with your whole being. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, endless to-do lists, and constant notifications pull your attention in 100 directions. You start one task, but quickly jump to another, leaving a trail of unfinished work. This cycle of distraction leaves you exhausted but unfulfilled. The problem isn't that you lack time, it's that your energy is spread too thin. The solution? Laser focus. Choose one goal at a time and give it your undivided attention. Start by clarifying your priorities. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? What action today will bring me closer to my purpose? Once you've identified your goal, eliminate distractions. Turn off your phone, clear your workspace, and block out dedicated time to focus. The power of clarity is transformative. Consider a runner training for a marathon. They don't sprint in every direction. They follow a clear path, step by step, mile by mile. The same is true for your journey, whether it's building a career, nurturing relationships, or improving yourself. Focus on one milestone at a time. Let your efforts accumulate, like drops of water filling a jar, until the results overflow. But clarity isn't just about action, it's also about presence. When you execute a task, be fully immersed. If you're working, pour your energy into it without distraction. If you're spending time with loved ones, be there completely, not lost in thoughts of tomorrow. Each moment deserves your full attention. Ask yourself, are you laser-focused on what truly matters? Or are you letting distractions dilute your potential? The difference between ordinary and extraordinary lies in your ability to concentrate your efforts. A magnifying glass focuses sunlight to ignite fire. In the same way, your focus can turn small, deliberate actions into remarkable achievements. Clear your mind, choose your path, and channel your energy where it counts. With clarity, you won't just move forward, you'll blaze a trail toward your greatest goals. Now is the time to focus and execute with purpose. 9. Kindness as strength. Transform yourself and others. Imagine a flowing river. It cuts through mountains, nourishes the soil, and sustains life, not through force, but by its steady, giving nature. Kindness is like that river, quiet yet powerful. It isn't weakness, as many mistakenly believe. It's transformative. It softens the hardest edges of life, both within and around you. Buddhism teaches that compassion is the foundation of resilience and growth. The Buddha said, "Hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal rule. Kindness begins within. How often do you criticize yourself? How often do you carry guilt or shame, thinking it will drive you to do better? In truth, self-compassion is what heals and empowers you to move forward. Picture this: a man climbing a steep hill with a heavy backpack. He struggles, weighed down by self-doubt and the burden of perfectionism. Now imagine he sets the bag down, gives himself a moment to breathe, and encourages himself with kind words. Suddenly, the climb feels less impossible. Kindness to yourself is not indulgence. It's the fuel that keeps you moving. But kindness doesn't stop there. It extends to others, creating ripples far beyond your immediate actions. A single act of generosity or understanding can change someone's day, even their life. The co-worker who's struggling, the stranger who feels invisible, the friend who's silently carrying a burden. Your kindness could be the light they need. Kindness transforms relationships. It builds trust, bridges divides, and fosters deeper connections. When you approach conflicts with empathy instead of anger, you don't just resolve them, you strengthen bonds. When you show appreciation instead of criticism, you inspire growth, not defensiveness. This is the power of compassion. It turns walls into doors. But here's the paradox. Kindness requires strength. It's easy to react with anger or indifference. It takes courage to offer understanding when you've been hurt, or to show patience when you're frustrated. Yet every time you choose kindness, you grow stronger, more resilient, and more aligned with your true self. Ask yourself, when was the last time you were kind to yourself? When was the last time you chose understanding over judgment? The world doesn't need more criticism or harshness. It needs people willing to uplift others, starting with themselves. A flowing river nourishes all it touches. Let your kindness flow freely within and beyond. Be patient with your own struggles. Be compassionate toward others' flaws. Through kindness, you transform not only your life, but also the world around you. It's the quiet strength that builds bridges, heals wounds, and creates lasting change. What ripple will you create today? 10. Evolve into your best self. Imagine a snake shedding its skin. It may feel vulnerable, exposed, even uncomfortable at first, but the shedding is necessary for growth. Without it, the snake cannot evolve, cannot continue its journey. In the same way, you must shed your old habits, your past self, your limiting beliefs, to step into the person you are meant to become. Buddhism teaches us that growth requires constant transformation. The Buddha's path was not about perfection. It was about the ongoing process of shedding what no longer serves you. Just as seasons change, so must you. Holding on to outdated beliefs or past versions of yourself is like trying to wear the same clothes as you did when you were a child. It's constricting, limiting, and prevents you from reaching your true potential. To evolve into your best self, you must be willing to let go of who you were. It's easy to become attached to the comfort of what's familiar, even if it's not serving us anymore. You may find yourself stuck in old patterns of thinking, unhealthy habits, or limiting mindsets. But change requires discomfort. It requires courage to leave behind what feels safe, whether that's a job, relationship, or identity you've clung to for years. The truth is, the only way to thrive in an ever-changing world is to become comfortable with change itself. The modern world is constantly evolving, and if you remain attached to who you were yesterday, you will find yourself falling behind. Success in today's world is not about what you did in the past. It's about what you can create right now. To truly grow, you must embrace the mindset of reinvention. Reinvent yourself every day. Take a moment to reflect. What parts of your old self are no longer serving you? Is it fear? Is it procrastination? Is it self-doubt? Let go of these old identities and step into the space of possibility. Reinvention doesn't happen overnight. Life is a journey, a process that requires time, effort, and dedication. But when you approach it with clarity and purpose, you'll start noticing real changes. You'll carry yourself differently, and in turn, the world will respond to you in new and exciting ways. The old version of you will fade away, making space for a stronger, wiser, and more authentic self. So, ask yourself, are you ready to release who you once were to step into who you're meant to become? Your greatest potential lies just outside your comfort zone, waiting for you to claim it. Growth and transformation are calling. Embrace them and watch your life unfold in ways you never imagined. The world is ready for the new you. The question is, are you? Bonus lesson. Everything you do will pay off. Every small step you take, no matter how minor it seems, is shaping the future you dream of. Just like raindrops fill an ocean, your daily actions are the foundation of something much bigger. It's easy to feel like progress is slow or even non-existent, but patience is key. Buddhist wisdom teaches us that every effort, no matter how small, adds up to something far greater than we can see in the moment. Think of a seed buried in the soil. At first, nothing appears to change. You water it, care for it, yet there's no sign of growth. You might even doubt if anything is happening at all. But beneath the surface, the real work is unfolding. The roots are spreading, the foundation is strengthening, and when the time is right, it will break through the soil and flourish. The seed never questions its journey. It simply trusts the process, and so should you. Every day you're planting seeds in your own life. Whether it's in your career, your health, your relationships, or your personal development, every small effort adds up. When you stay consistent with your habits, your commitments, and your intentions, those tiny steps will eventually create results beyond what you can imagine. Success isn't about one giant leap. It's the steady build-up of actions, thoughts, and habits that compound over time. Buddhism teaches us the principle of cause and effect, karma. It's a reminder that everything we do has an impact, and the choices we make today shape the life we experience tomorrow. Even when progress feels slow, even when your efforts seem unnoticed, trust that they are making a difference. The work you put in now is laying the foundation for the success that is on its way. Patience isn't just waiting, it's having faith in your journey. In a world that craves instant results, real transformation still takes time. Keep going. Your efforts are not wasted. Your journey isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. The real test is not in how fast you move, but in your ability to keep going, even when progress isn't visible. Your strength lies in trusting the process, showing up every day, and knowing that every small effort is adding to the bigger picture. Ask yourself, can you stay the course? Can you believe in the power of consistency, even when the rewards aren't immediate? Your path is unfolding, and every action, no matter how small, is shaping the future you're working toward. Stay committed, keep pushing forward, and watch as your efforts turn into something remarkable. This journey isn't about searching for greatness outside of yourself. It's about unlocking the greatness that has always been within you. Buddhist wisdom teaches us that real transformation begins when we let go of distractions, accept change, and fully embrace the present moment. Each day is a chance to build resilience, compassion, and clarity, shaping your life with intentional effort. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, but true fulfillment comes from how you walk the path. This Zen teaching reminds us that life's purpose isn't just in reaching a destination, but in how we experience each moment with awareness and presence. By applying these principles, you can quiet inner doubt, find balance in the chaos of modern life, and create a sense of inner peace. As you reflect on these lessons, remember, greatness isn't about avoiding struggle, it's about facing challenges with strength, wisdom, and a deep sense of purpose. Be the calm amidst the storm, the light in the darkness, and the unshakable force that transforms challenges into wisdom. If this reflection moved you, like and share this video, leave your thoughts in the comment box, and subscribe to Buddha's Eternal Wisdom for more inspiring Buddhist insights to live a peaceful, meaningful life. Let's walk this path together.